Good morning. This is Nana for Tangle Time Arts. And for our Tangle of the Week, and this is week 7, I believe, and we're a little early, but we have Valentine's Day this week. So I thought we would do a little heart-shaped project featuring the Tangle floors. And then we'll also add some Dragonair. For this project, you'll need a white tile or a white piece of paper. You'll need a black pen, a tortillon. You may need a number 2 pencil. And I also have an assortment of pink Valentine color tools. So I have a pink jelly roll. This is an 08, but it'll work just fine. So you'll need a pen in pink if you choose, or you could just still use your black one. I have some colored pencils. I chose different colors of pink, but you could use lavender. And I also have a pink chalk pencil. This one's from Generals. And I do have a cotton swab, a Q-tip, just for blending the pink chalk pencil. All right, I'm going to set those aside. And we'll start with our white. I'm just using a regular Zentangle tile. And I'm going to start with the black pen. And I'm just going to draw a small heart. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it in the center of your tile with lots of space around all 4 sides. Okay. And then once we have that in place, I'm going to take my pink pen. You could use black for this. You could do this all in black and white, but I'm just going to switch it up a little bit and use a pink pen. And Florz is a grid tangle, and that's Florz is Florz, Florz. So for our grid, we are just going to, and I'm going to do the grid with a little bit of a curve. So I'm just putting in my lines one way. I'm going to rotate my tile a bit, and then I'm going to put in my lines the other way so that we have our grid shape. Like that. And Florz is a great tangle for filling any shaped space. Once you get your grid in, all you're going to do is anywhere there's an intersection, you'll put in a diamond shape. And then I like to fill the diamond shape in. You can leave it like that if you'd like, but I like to fill the diamond shape in. So I'm going to do all of the intersections first. And your diamond shapes don't have to all be the same size. Now for the areas that our grid runs into the heart shape, I'm also going to finish those off. Like here, I would just add a little point. And here too. It just gives it more of a finished look. And let's see, over here, we can maybe just fill in this point. This is a little tricky here, but we'll just work with it. There. And be careful working with a gel pen because sometimes you do get a little, they are kind of juicy, so you can get a little smearing. And that's Florz. We will do some shading at the end, but that's basically the Florz shape. I'm going to set aside my pink pen and pick up my black pen again. And now we're going to put a nice ruffly edge of Dragonair on the outside. So for Dragonair, you want to start with these lovely little fescue shapes. And it's just like a little seedling. So you just come up and make a curve around. And we're just working our way around the heart shape. And feel free to rotate your tile as you go. As I get closer to the point, my little fescue shapes are closer to the heart shape, so not as high. I'm going to leave that like that for now. And then I'd like to put some in on the other side, but they're going to curve to the left. So basically these are just little curves with kind of like a circle or a little, if you think of them as plant-like little buds on top. And now we're going to make them a little shorter. So we have fescue all the way around, but we're going to connect them to make them into the Dragonair shape. So we'll start on the right-hand side. And to do this, we're making like an S shape. So you're simply going to follow around one of these little circles and then come out in your S shape and around to the next little circle. All right. And we're just going to do that for each one. And then for here, I kind of like to just follow the circle and come to the point and then kind of come down randomly to have this nice little dangle down here. All right, and then we're going to work on our other side here. So we're going to make our S shapes the opposite direction. like that. And now we have this really nice ruffled edge around our heart. Something that I like to do with the Dragonair is add a little emphasis or a little weight to our fescue. We call that adding a little love. And that's just kind of going back to each one and just adding a little bit more ink. And I like to do that on what I call the inside of the curve. And we'll do the same on the other side. All right, we have that all filled in. And as you can see, that adds a really nice emphasis to that ruffled look. All right, now I'm going to switch. I have to make a decision here to either use the chalk pencil or the colored pencils. So, and you can also add a little bit of the pencil if you'd like. So if you'd like to add some graphite, I would just lightly go around the edge of the inside here. I'm just very lightly adding a little. And then I'm going to take my tortillon and blend that. Like that. And that gives it some depth, actually. You put that right around the edge. And then I'm going to switch to, I think I'll work with, so I have the blush pink Prismacolor, but any light pink colored pencil or marker. And I'm just going to lightly add some color along those areas where we added weight. To the Dragonair. And if you're not adding color, you would do this part with the pencil, with the graphite. Color is definitely optional. I just thought it'd be fun to work with some colors today. So we have that like that. And then I'm going to take I have a darker pink, which is actually processed red. And I kind of like this color. It matches really well with the pink jelly roll that I was using. And I'm just going to add that over the graphite. for a little bit of color there. And then I'll take my blush pink again and then kind of blend that in as well. I'm not adding a lot, it's just a little bit for a touch of color. That. And then because I have the chalk pencil, I'm going to switch to the chalk pencil and add a little bit of shading to the Florz area. You could totally do that with a colored pencil, but I'd like to show you how the chalk pencil works. So for floors, the easiest way is just to add a little shading. Just keep it on the same side of each, like that. And then for these, I never mix colors with the tortillon that I use for the graphite. So I just take a cotton swab, or you could use your finger, but I very lightly blend these in. And you can see with the chalk, it leaves a nice, it's almost kind of like a blush itself. It just adds a nice little hint of color there. And the last thing I'd like to do is to take my pink jelly roll or my pink pen, and I'd actually like to add a little color to these areas. And if you have maybe a gold jelly roll, that would look really cool here as well. But today I'm just keeping my supplies to a minimum. And I think I will color these in as well. And there we have our sweet little Valentine's heart. And at this point, you want to add your chop, your initials. And I'm going to take out my black pen, and I think I'm just going to add them right in here, like that. And then on the back, I like to put my name. And this is for Valentine's Day. And this is our Tangle of the Week, our weekly Tangle. I believe we're on number 7. And our official Tangle is Florz, but we also added a little bit of Dragonair. And I'll have to look and check if it has an E or not. I will put that in the description. It's a good question. Does it have an E or not? I will look that up. All right, there's our sweet little Valentine's heart. I hope you enjoyed this quick project. It would look great on a card. Play with it, make it your own, change up your grid. Play with the lace outside too, the Dragonair, and you have a sweet little Valentine. Have a happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys.